Shelley Wynter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant as we end and finish up our conversation with the performers and founder and CEO of Universoul Circus. I want to go to you, Andy. Andy Deng, you're from China. You kind of managed the Trapeze Act. How did you bring them, the just Chinese Trapeze Act, to Universoul Circus?
Yeah, and it was blessed, and we have a chance to come to the international stage at Soul Circus, because this team we trained in China, they just won the national acrobats competition. They won the first medal, golden award, last year. That's how Mr. Walker found us. They got the best skill and best stunt in the world.
Okay.
You have a chance to see the 4 somersault. There's only one man can do that at a circus, at a Soul Circus. So
now, 4 somersault, what does that mean? In the air?
In the air.
So he's flips 4 times?
Yes, sir.
And nobody else does that 4 times?
Yeah, you cannot see nowhere but Soul Circus.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why Mr. Walker found us, in China, and bring us all the way 1,000 miles from China, and let everybody have the chance to see this kind of stunt in the U.S.
So let me ask you, because I know in China, in North Korea, and in South Korea also, and in other countries, there are actual schools that specialize in acrobatics and all kinds of performance skills for circuses and for performances. Did this Trapeze Act come out of one of those schools or that?
Yes, sir. Yeah. They actually come from one of the biggest school, the circus school in China. And like North Korea, this is all funded by the by government. They support a lot of funds on that, and they make the best skills and train those young people with skills and with very, very unique skills and the technique. And
so how young do they start?
Well, I was one of the performers.
So how long?
Trapeze catcher. When I was started I was like 6, 8 years old.
Wow.
I would like to say 8 years old, yeah.
Well, you went to the school and you spent the rest of your life in the school, basically.
Well, they teach you not just skills, but also give you a chance to, get the knowledge, like education. You have a chance to learn mathematics and Chinese.
Well, gotcha, right, gotcha. But you said you were a catcher.
Yeah, I was a catcher.
So you were trained as a catcher only in trapeze art.
Yes, sir. But before that, I also did some other skills as well: teeterboard, hoop diving, and bicycle, Chinese pole. So basically, we learn all kind skills, and the circus skills.
Wow.
But I ended up with flying trapeze.
Right. Wow. And you found them in China.
Yeah, well, Andy and I found them together. I just thought it was amazing. 18 people flying through the air. I mean, you saw it yourself.
Yeah.
Some of the tricks there are just, I didn't see them anywhere else in the world. I travel around the world, and very rarely do you see acts with the capacity that this one has.
All right, so now we're going to do our special finale of this interview. I've got the Men of Steel, Jose and Yorkie. You have to talk, Mr. Walker, to keep the camera on them. So you go ahead and take it over.
So Yorkie and Jose are from the Dominican Republic, and it's their first time in America. And as you can see, they're one of the ladies' favorites on the show.
Oh yeah, my fiance was very upset. I was very upset watching her watch them because
I tell you, man.
Yeah. You can lose your wife right there.
We call them the Men of Steel. But it's important to note that they originally trained themselves, but got further training here in America by the great Alexis brothers from Cirque du Soleil. And they work with them for 2 or 3 years, their training, and then the Alexis brother training from there. It takes great strength and agility, focus, concentration. I mean, and these guys have it, and people just are in awe. They were discovered while actually one of our producers, Denise Howard, was traveling to a wedding in the Dominican Republic, and she saw them performing in a club, in the hotel entertainment zone, and they were packed. The place was packed with people, and they put on a show that brought the house down every night. So she worked for maybe 2 or 3 years trying to get them in the U.S. But and she did not let us down. We're so proud
Oh,
of
wow,
them.
I missed that part.
Yes.
This is amazing.
Is
So
that
he-
amazing or
Yeah,
what?
he's balanced on his head, and
Perfectly.
he stood up from a perfect sitting position, stood up,
And he's
came
going
down.
back down.
And going back down.
So, and he's going to do it perfectly.
This is
So
awesome.
It's just amazing to watch. As I said earlier, just the focus and the concentration. You can see the sweat. You can see the strain in muscles in the acrobat. You can see the focus, the thought. It's all right there, and it's what we live every day.
How can people get tickets before we let you all go? And I appreciate all of you coming down. And how can people get tickets in Gwinnett and Atlanta for the shows?
So go to universalcircus.com, and you can see tickets there and make your choices for either Gwinnett or Atlanta, or go directly to ticketmaster.com and type in Universoul Circus, and all of the tickets will pop up.
We appreciate you guys' time. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellas, if you take the family out and the wife is sitting next to you, when they do the Men of Steel act, just ignore her staring and her drooling and all that stuff is going to happen. It happened to me. I almost got mad, but I realized that it's, it is what it is. What can you do?
It's something for everyone.
Yeah, well,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm sure when the Caribbean came on, it was.
Oh, I was happy about that. I saw Bella and all of you
And
ladies.
Bella.
Yeah. So I got her back.
Yeah,
I started
there you
drooling back,
go.
and she couldn't get mad at me. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys coming out, and God bless all
Thank
of
you for
you.
having me.
And thank you for doing what you're doing and providing this experience for so many families here in Georgia.
Thank you.
God bless. It's the Shelley Wynter Show. We'll be right back. Talk some politics. Talk some stuff. Marriage rates are down. Marriage rates are up, and divorce rates are falling. That is good news. Let's see if we can sustain it. We're going to talk about that next on the Shelley Wynter Show. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB.